The third area we're looking at is the fascial system and the origins. So I've mentioned fascia briefly already in the flexibility module. The idea what a fascia is it's like a, what's the word? It's like a skin that envelops the muscle, and each muscle is surrounded by this fascia. And the idea is that one muscle's fascia will connect to the next muscle's fascia, and the next muscle's fascia will connect to the muscle's fascia after that. So the actual result is that the fascial system runs through the whole body, and the top of the head is connected to the foot. So what this means in real terms is that you can have tension in one area of the body creating seemingly unrelated tension in another area. So what we want to do is then factor this in, because this will then allow us to take a different approach at handling injuries, taking a different approach at manipulating strength, because we're not going to look just at the site of the problem. We're going to look at other areas of the body. So these long connected chains are called fascial chains, and they can create pain a long way from the body. You can have it where you massage the head and it gets rid of pains in the ankles. You can massage the chest and it helps out the knee. These things happen because of these fascial chains. They've only really just started entering into physio type world these last, 5 years. It depends what you call entering the world. As far as some people are ahead of the game, these are quite old techniques. To a lot of people now, they're just beginning to wake up. I've only really found this last couple of years, and it really begins to pull everything together when you start using it, and you're like, oh, I've seen that for years with my clients, but I've never really put it together. Now it makes sense. So it really is a big, interesting area, and huge area for optimizing performance. So the key to what we're trying to do is to release the tension. The reason the fascia is important is that, and the reason the fascia origins are important is that most, the fascia starts on your head basically. We've got different chains, and they all start on your head in some way, whether it's the top of the head, whether it's the side of your neck, whether it's your jaw muscles. They're starting around the head. And the idea is if you release the tension up there, it will release the tension throughout the body. So you'll see this on the video. If you do the hamstring test, basically you're going to see how much, you lie on the floor and you see how flexible your client's hamstring is, or your prospect's hamstring is, or even your own hamstring. So maybe they get to 60 degrees. Then you literally pull on your hair for 20 to 30 seconds. Then you do the test again, and you will see that the 60 degrees flexibility has now increased to 70 to 80 to 90 degrees. You can see huge changes if the flexibility issue in the hamstrings is based on a fascial tightness in the back of the body. So when I was there in the flexibility module telling you not to stretch the hamstrings, you can see the logic now. First of all, if you've got anterior tilt in your hips, you shouldn't be stretching the hamstrings anyway. But second of all, if by pulling on the hair I can increase the hamstring flexibility by 3 inches, then you've really got to ask the question, was it the hamstring that was stiff in the first place, or was it the whole back of my chain of my body? And if it's the back of the chain of the body, then hamstring stretching is not the solution, but massaging the heads of the fascia is the solution. So you'll see this on the 10 things to do while work and school module. The idea is that we are looking for releasing the tension at the origin points of these fascial chains.